What is up, guys? In today's video, we have another Inside the Mind style video where I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below where your favorite place to land has been so far in Chapter 4 Season 2. I'm going to be showing you guys a nice little spot right here. So this tower has a few chests spawn and a guaranteed katana spawn, and I think it's a really, really good spot to land if you're looking for somewhere that's going to be, you know, a little more uncontested, but you're not guaranteed to have a slow game, because from here, you have so many options. You could rotate into Mega City, you could rotate into Racetrack, you could rotate into Slappy, and then Brutal, I think that's what I'm going to be doing this game. Then also you could go like Naughty Nets or Kenjutsu. The reason why I would rather go Slappy into Brutal rather than Mega City is I want to get the Mythic Pump Shotgun and the Legendary Slurp Juice. Like, I would like to open one of the vaults. And so those are our two closest choices, but I feel like the Mega City vault is just more inconvenient to get because of how ratty some players can be around that area. Just like how many different spots you have to clear. You know, it's just a huge city with a bunch of different buildings. So I'd rather just go Slappy into Brutal, but we'll see what happens. If I end up having to fight a lot off spawn here, or we waste a lot of time, then we can just go Mega and it's fine. But I feel like Mega is just more random in terms of how many people there can be. And there's also sword spawns down there at that dueling ring. But we want to land at the top. The top has 2 chest spawns and a guaranteed blade spawn. My drop is not the greatest. I'm a little too low, which could end up mattering if somebody just like goes straight for the loot. We'll see. The llama there, not that important to me. Oh, he went the wrong way. I was hoping he would kind of come this way and despawn, because then we have a rift that we can use to like get around the map faster. But he's going to go deep into that area there, so I'm not even sure if the rift would be that beneficial to me. We do get full health off spawn, basically. And there's also hollow chests here, which can be nice if you get a key, or maybe get that augment for the keys as your first augment. Then there's good loot there, but I'm not that concerned about loot. I just want to have like okay stuff, because we should have decent timing third partying Slappy, and then also we're gonna go get the vault anyways, so it's like having good loot isn't the biggest deal to me this season. Like, look at how fast we looted that, and then now we can just go do whatever. And we should get decent timing on Slappy. It'd be a little different in build mode. Obviously, you need to farm up on the way here. But, like, there's a few decent rocks that you can just get a lot of mats rather quickly. There is somebody in the Slappy building. I really do not enjoy fighting in this building. Slappy has been a place I've landed at, like, ever since this chapter started. But I do not know this building well at all. I kind of got here too fast, I feel like. Like, I feel like ideally, this is a drone. I feel like ideally, maybe it's not actually. That was a real player. But I feel like ideally, if you're third partying a POI like this, you want to get there just as like the last few fights are wrapping up. But we kind of got here like right in the middle of everything going down. So it's going to take us longer to clear this. And then also more dangerous. But I'm most concerned about time, because I do want to get to Brutal before the boss spawns. That was such a bizarre encounter. That player just kept getting away from me. Do not want to be in the water. I hate being in the water with this katana, because you can't use it when you're in the water. Don't know if this guy's up top or what. I think there's multiple people in here. Yeah, I had heard multiple like sets of footsteps. But that's kind of the nature of the landing spot I suggested. Like, it's always been something that, oh jeez, this guy's got good aim. Doesn't have the best knowledge of how to play the game though. I'm gonna go straight up, that way I have time to swap weapons before we land on him. What I was gonna say is it's always been something that kind of annoyed me in the game when people would just like third party a POI that I landed at, but it's incredibly effective. Especially with the katana, you can just get around so quickly. And they're like already preoccupied with their fights. And you just easily third party and clean up. But that was why I was saying I would rather go Slappy than Mega, is because like it's going to be much harder to just clean up Mega like that. Not only is there going to be more people, but it's just like more surface area to deal with, more buildings for people to hide in. Whereas we were able to clean up Slappy and we still have 55 seconds before the boss spawns. End up running myself over there just because I'm trying to get here faster. What I like to do when I come here is just get on top of this middle building. This might not have been looted. Okay, no, it definitely has. It wasn't looted well, though. But, like, that loot right there, I don't think it spawns like that. But you see, like, if you're coming to a POI after it's already been hit or whatever, if you're coming in late, notice how much of these guns have, like, loot ammo next to them. If somebody's looted a POI, oftentimes, even if they don't want the weapon, they'll walk over the ammo, you know, just naturally with how they play the game. And even some of the more lackluster weapons will be taken just because... like, it's early game, people got to take what they can get, you know? You can't really be that picky. Get these augments. I like Dignified Finish. I actually saw people discussing the augments this season, and I did not see Dignified Finish getting enough trades. It's so good. That's probably an AI. That one is not, though. And I just took a lot of fall damage accidentally. I wanted to grab onto that ledge. And then another thing that made it like pretty obvious that there hadn't been many people here was just how many katanas are chilling. Katanas are one of the more like sought after items, you know? I don't know where the person was that was shooting me. That's 237 damage on him. GG's. What I was trying to say is, I really didn't see enough people praising Dignified Finish. I feel like it's such a good augment if you use the katana and you're aggressive at all, because like odds are if you're being aggressive, you're gonna katana onto somebody and then eliminate them, you know? And so you just immediately get that katana charge back. Like I think a lot of people viewed it as it's only useful if you used all 3 katana uses to get on somebody, which can happen. But even if that's not the case, like just getting an elim and recharging your katana is so nice, I think. Especially for when dealing with third parties if you're like the least bit aggressive. But the augments this season in general, I feel like are just pretty lackluster. I've had a few people ask me like if I'm gonna make a tier list video on them like I had in the past, and I just really don't think it's that worthwhile. I feel like my opinion on most of them is just like pretty much the same. A lot of them are very situational, and then even then they're just kind of nice to have. Like that Bloodhound augment, for example. That's one of the best augments in the game probably if you enjoy using the DMR, especially in team game modes, but even in solos it can be helpful. And then same with Sniper Surplus. Like both of those, if you use DMRs or use snipers, excellent augments. But if you're not using those items, then like it's just not that great, you know? It's very situational and playstyle dependent, and then even then it's just like a lot of them are just, it's nice to have, but it's not that game changing. So that's why I didn't make a video like an augment tier list video. It's just I feel like my opinion on most of them is the same. I feel like they're all like, most of them are C to B tier. Crown? Dang, that guy had the loot. Reload this. Get back to this brutal building and then pad and look for people. My supply drop coming in, but I don't really need that. So at this point in the game, I've talked about this so many times on the channel, but I kind of want to just hang out near mid-map and wait for the island to spawn. There's somebody else gliding over here. We can fight them. He's gonna pad, but hopefully we can hit decent AR tags on him. He pulled his umbrella early, which isn't ideal. It gives me more time to shoot at him. Then kind of choke shots there. We did break shield, but I don't really know where he is. That was not the person I tried. That's them. I had seen them like last second. I didn't think they would hit the shot. I don't know what to think of this player. He's like hard trying to play off the snipe. Yeah. It's not always the case, but usually when I encounter somebody like that whose entire playstyle is the snipe, they're not the greatest fighter. That's why I just ended up pushing them. Or they're very weak. He might not have had a chance to heal from what had previously been done to him, so that's why he maybe wanted to like really play off the more like safer playstyle, you know? But I feel like that's a pretty like common playstyle you encounter this season, is somebody that just kind of like really wants to play off the snipe, and then whenever you do close the gap on them, they just katana away. That's why I feel like regardless of how you want to play the game, like even if your like favorite thing is a sniper and all you want to do is snipe, the katana is very good for that reason. You know, anytime a fight becomes a close range fight, you can just reposition with snipe, and odds are if the person just pushed you with their katana, then it's going to be on cooldown. We'll get slab sword, plus I don't really, like I said before, the augments aren't that great. The main two I'm most concerned about getting are dignified finish and medium ammo amp. And then aside from that, it's like not that big of a deal to me at this point. Shortly after this video is updated though, we're getting an update this upcoming Tuesday. Probably posting this on Sunday. So there should be more augments added Tuesday, and then maybe there will be some more like game-changing ones. We'll see. Even some of the augments that have been leaked this season seem to be more on the kind of just nice small benefit type thing. Island will spawn in 26 seconds, or we'll see where augment is, or island is in 26 seconds. But now I'm just kind of padding around looking for people. I don't really know if we're going to find anybody in this area though, because I've been fighting here for so long. This game is actually pretty dead too. Island hasn't even spawned yet, and we're about to be top 10. But I would assume most of this area is clear, just because I've been fighting over here like for most of the game, or most of like the recent zones. And it is over here, like I thought it would be. It's like typically like whatever edge is closest to center. Like with this zone, it was almost guaranteed to be like in this area, just because that's what's still in zone, you know? But no, we just wait for it to spawn, go capture it, get pulse rifle, probably fight a few people on the island, hopefully. Somebody gliding. Oh gosh. Oh, that's unfortunate for me. We don't get that siren, and then this guy gets first on island because of it as well. There's a lot of people here. I think there's like 3 or 4 people here already. Nice. Alright, so hold on. We'll kill this person. But like what I just did there, what I was talking before about hammering, or if you're trying to run from somebody using the sword, you really need to be cautious of, or conscious of where you're looking. Because if that player just looked down when they sworded, they would have had a better chance of getting away from me. But like when you're fighting on this island, you want to be the one third partying. That's true. Somebody else coming. It's like anytime I try to explain something, I just get pushed constantly. Like I could have been like on this house and like kind of alpha'd it, but I knew there was like several people around here, so I didn't even shoot that guy in the back. I just kind of like chilled over here and waited for them to fight. And then I had a really easy time dealing with it afterwards because of that. There's now 4 players remaining. I told you there was a lot of people over here. I think there was like 10 up when this spawned. Like half the lobby just died on that. But yeah, if you like, I feel like whenever you're capturing this island, when you hear somebody like zipline or rift, you just want to katana up to the house and then try to get shots on them right away and get pressure on them. But if there's like multiple people doing it, you kind of want to just let them have the house and third party it, because it's very easy to just like, if they're having a messy fight on that house, which is pretty much always gonna be just like 2 players kind of trading damage. That's why I think it's so important to be there first if it's a 1v1, because you'll get damage on them beforehand. But if it's gonna be multiple, it's gonna be a messy fight for them, and it makes it really easy for you just to third party it if you're not involved in that initial fight. 4 players remain. Oh, here's somebody. I don't know where they went. I did see them down there, though. Once again, I don't know where he went. He started katanaing like somewhere this direction. Well, he was over here. Not really gonna get any damage on him here. Oh, we got one shot. Another. He's just gonna get in a new car though, I think. Maybe not. I feel like a lot of players would swap cars there. Especially since, like, with this, he's not even going where he needs to go. I had no idea where he went. This guy's the most elusive individual I've ever played against in this video game. He's not in the cars still. There might be somebody camping up here. Nope. I really want to know where that guy went. Still 4 players remaining, so we went through like an entire zone with nothing occurring. That's kind of how in-game typically goes, though, unfortunately, this season. I feel like you have like a huge spike of conflict around the time island spawns. As you saw, like we killed half the lobby right there, or half the remaining lobby up to that point, you know? And then there's just kind of nothing that occurs until zone is pretty small, and then there's like another huge spike of conflict to determine the game, typically, is what I've seen so far this season, or what I've experienced so far this season. Let me go to this tower, see if we see anything different from up here. Oh, yeah, there's somebody on this bridge. They're probably going to get in the car, though, as soon as I shoot at them. Fortnite players, they like electricity. As soon as they take damage, they know the path of least resistance to the next car. We've done like 90 to this guy. Dang it, I messed up switching weapons there. That's a kill, though. GG's. And that's dignified finish. Now, like, we would have 1 charge right now on our blade instead of 2 if we didn't have dignified finish. And while it probably doesn't matter, it could, you know? You end up getting third-partied if you're just in a really chaotic situation. Just like having the blade recharge is so valuable, I think. Maybe if there was other like really good augments, it wouldn't be as worth taking, but I still think it would always just be really good. Now 3 players remain, so a zone happened and 1 player got eliminated. I thought I just saw somebody there. Maybe it's just those barrels like spawning in or something. Like sometimes things like out of view distance or whatever will like spawn in. And like that pop will make me think there was somebody there. Again, nothing to really do up to this point aside from not getting attacked by somebody hiding. Like, I feel like this is going to be something I talk about in every one of these videos I make this season. But I feel like endgame is just literally your whole goal is to be in a decent position and then not die to people hiding. That was the player that I had previously been shooting at racetrack. So he got away from that car and then probably just came somewhere over here and hid the entire time. And that is how a lot of players play these end games. But I've also seen like a huge increase in the amount of people camping in trees and stuff. But typically, as long as you don't get caught off guard by them, you will be fine. I was just getting really high up there to see if I could see anything. I don't really think there's anywhere that's like that great to be in this zone, really. There is an augment coming in with the firework gun. To be honest, I feel like kind of keeping that in your back pocket and then just getting it in game would be so helpful. Like imagine if I just had never taken my 4th augment because I didn't really care that much about it anyways. And then I had a flare gun to pop right now. We would end this game real quick. Last 2 are fighting, I think. Yeah. He broke shield on him. I think he went behind this rock. Yeah, he did. Dang, he just fried me. He has a slurp as well. We'll go behind the same rock he went to. He does have a snipe though, so he could delete this really quick. GG's. Pulse rifle, too good. That was almost bad. I made a bad play there being too aggro, but I just wanted to get it over with. I didn't really think that much of that player. Like I was talking about before, with how slow in-game was playing. Typically, if that's the case, people aren't that confident fighting. Like, probably what had occurred there to, like, make those 2 players fight is, like, this guy was probably camping in the bush and then the other player, like, walked up to him or something. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful and informative. If you did, remember to give a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below where your favorite spot to land has been. I think if you're looking for something that has, you know, a good amount of loot, but also can really be played however you want to play it, the spot I showed in this video is very good. If you want a slower game, you can kind of chill in the new biome a little bit more and loot more of that stuff around there. But also if you want a more aggressive game, you can just immediately go to third-party Mega or Slappy in a Brutal. But I hope you guys found this helpful. Thanks for watching.